Welcome, Scorpio, to your September 2020 reading. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. If this is the first time that you've tuned in, I offer free mini readings for all new subscribers. So if there's something that you'd like to ask a question about, regarding this reading, or something that this reading doesn't cover for you and you'd like to ask a question about that, just click the subscribe button and ask your question in the comments below. Or if you'd like to keep it out of the public forum, you can click the subscribe button and then email me, and I will be happy to shuffle my cards for you in private. If you have already subscribed and you'd like a personal reading, just contact me via email and I'll give you all the details about how that works as well. But let's get into your September reading. And wow, you've got some really strong themes coming through for you this month, and one of them is success. You've got a few cards that are really supporting that message and action, success and action for you this month. Now, it starts out for you with the Page of Wands. Now, the page is a very exciting card. Pages are often cards that bring forth messages for you, and this can be a message about work or a creative project or something that you're quite passionate about as well. But this card is very exciting, and it talks about new opportunities that are going to be presenting themselves for you in September. And you might get some information about something wonderful that's coming into your life in September as well. And now, this is a highly creative card, and it's sort of asking you to kind of think outside of the box. And if you can do that, it's going to be extremely valuable for you for anything that you are undertaking. So think about that. You have the ability to do that. We all have the ability to think outside of the box, look at something a little bit different and go for it in a different way than you normally would. Now, you're really asked to follow your passions and let them guide you to your life work. So if you really want to do something and you're really passionate about it and you want to pursue it, go for it in September. You're asked to use that unique brand of magic that you've got and manifest your own happiness. We can all do it. We can all create a life around us that really makes us happy and in a place of contentment as well. Now, this card can also bring messages about promotions or career changes or any new promising development in your professional life as well. So that's really nice to be looking out for that message. Now, the Nine of Pentacles. Again, as I mentioned, success. The Nine of Pentacles does talk about success and abundance, and then that follows on with the Chariot. Again, another success card. So bang, bang, you're getting those messages coming through for you. But the Nine of Pentacles talks about, success and luxury and self-nurturing. So really look after yourself in September. It's a card about prosperity. And so financially, I feel like you're going to be quite stable and really, really well off in September. But it's also a prosperity that hasn't kind of been handed to you. You've really had to work for it, and you've earned it by, putting in the hard yards, by those long hours and hard work. You've earned your own success. And, this month you deserve some rest and relaxation. So it's good to really kind of nurture yourself and spend some money on yourself, Now, this card can talk about some people that are nearing retirement or who have earned enough money that they can actually retire and stop working if they choose to. So that's a wonderful position to be in for you. Now, this card is a sign that if you want to go into business for yourself or pursue a different line of business or something like that, this is a really good time to do that, so just go for it. But remember this month to just try and relax and enjoy solitude as well. I think you've gotten to this stage where you know the difference between feeling lonely and sort of having pleasant solitude around you. So rather than having so many people around you, you can enjoy your own company. So this month, just kind of go in and do a little bit of that as well. Now, this is, again, another message. Like I said, the Chariot. Wow, it talks about heading out on a really big adventure or something, going somewhere. And I mean, this can be a literal adventure where you're getting in a car and you're going on a holiday or going somewhere where you've never gone before. But it can also talk about a situation that you've never encountered before. So, and so sometimes, it's going to be new and fresh, going somewhere or doing something that you've never done before. I do feel like this is regarding your work or a job or something like that. But it's definitely something that you've never done before. But, this is, as I mentioned, this is a card of success, and it can talk about an up-and-coming job promotion or job offer or an award. And it also says promote yourself. You are really in a great position in September to really promote yourself and put yourself out there and go for it. And, the Chariot talks about mastering many things at once and being dedicated to a purpose and sheer will. So you are really going for something quite significant in September that is going to be a success. You are going to be successful. Now, you've got the King of Wands there. Now, the King of Wands is kings usually do represent people, but this card also says it's time to take charge. The King of Wands represents a fire sign ordinarily. I always say it's not about the star signs, it's about the character of the person that the cards are describing. So it can be a fire sign, an Aries, a Sagittarius, or a Leo, but it's a person that is quite charismatic and charming. They're an inspiring speaker, and they're able to motivate people to do amazing things. And I really feel like this is a person that is a leader in their chosen field or in their community. And they're a great family person as well, great father or mother, and they really love their family. And they do crave a little bit of attention, and so you're better off to give it to them, because if you try to upstage them, you'll usually be left standing alone. But that is if this card represents a person, which for some of you it may very well do that. But also the message I'm feeling with this card is there are many messages that are saying you've got to kind of realize that you have incredible leadership skills as well. And this card wants you to realize that as well, because there's going to be a lot of people that can benefit from your vision and your ability to focus and get the job done effectively. And also with a bit of Scorpio flair. So it's time to really focus on issues that matter to you and dismiss all of the distractions. So don't worry about, any of that other stuff. Now, this card can also talk about talented and friendly people who can show up to help. So make sure you don't go it alone, accept their assistance graciously, and don't feel like no, it's okay. Really accept it. Bring them on board to give you any assistance that you need. Now, for some of you, I see there could be a new romance. You've got the Knight of Cups, and it could very well be with this particular person, this King of Wands. But the Knight of Cups sort of talks about a really powerful new emotional experience. And this can be a new relationship, and it's one where you're feeling completely swept off your feet. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a new relationship, but it's a situation that's filled with emotion that's making you feel swept off your feet. And it can relate to falling in love and office of marriage or any other romantic experience that causes you to kind of swoon. But, it's a card that talks about feeling left quite off balance by this whole emotional experience. So just remember to really stay grounded and don't let it get you off balance, this new experience. Now, if you're already in a relationship or you're not thinking that you're wanting to be in a relationship, that's okay as well, because this card talks about an invitation to quite a nice social event of some kind that will be significant in September. So you're going to be going out to quite a nice little place there. And this card can actually talk about sort of just really staying grounded, and don't allow yourself that. I'm feeling like that is quite a significant message. Don't allow yourself to be swept over by this emotional experience that you are going through. If it is a relationship, or if it's not, just a situation that is filled with intense emotion, for you. Now, the Eight of Wands there, this is a card that kind of supports what I was saying about a lot of movement, a lot of action this month. It is a card that kind of means you are going to be busy, busy, busy in September. And you are filled to the brim with things to do this month. And it can say that if things have been quiet for you and you haven't been doing much, and I mean, I guess, if you're in lockdown or you're in a situation like many of us around the world, we're not sort of going out and doing things. September is really going to see some things change for you, and you are really going to be out and about, and it talks about the slow times ending. And also, this is a card of rapid shifts and activity. So lots of messages coming through, lots of places to go, lots of things to do, lots of emails, that kind of stuff. And you might be feeling a bit rushed and with so much that you've got to do. But I feel like you're going to be happy to have so much activity in your life. And, it may make you feel a little bit stressed, but it's stress that is coming from positive things. It's not like a negative, stressful situation. You're kind of feeling a little bit stressed, but I feel like there's positive energy around that for you. Now, you've also got the Eight of Pentacles. Now, the Eight of Pentacles is sort of the card of the apprentice, and it's a card where you're kind of throwing yourself into some study for some of you, or a new vocation, or you're starting something new and you're honing your skills and you're learning and you're working really hard on maybe a current project, and you're going to continue and work hard until you get it done properly and master it. And your eyes are kind of set on perfection, and you're determined to make the grade in September. So, for some of you, this can mean going back to school or attending a seminar or taking an online class or anything that has to do with educating yourselves further or developing your skills. So I see that coming up for you in September as well. Now, the Five of Wands can talk about maybe a little bit of conflict, but I'm feeling like this is good conflict. Like it could be a competition that you're entering, or you are really, going into something and you are like a race or that kind of thing, that sort of competition. But, for some of you, I feel like there can be conflict with others, or with trying to choose which issue requires your attention first. You're kind of inwardly conflicted, more so than having conflict with others. Now, this, and because of that, because this is kind of internal conflict, it's a good idea to kind of review your situation. And, this then leads to looking deeper. This new deck of cards that I got, it's really beautiful, and the images are so lovely and so relaxing to look at. And they're called the Gateway Oracle cards. And this can lead into that card there as well. But we'll go into that a little bit further. But as I said, so the Five of Wands, it can mean conflict. And some of you, this could be conflict with a boss at work, or someone at work. But I feel like it's something more like a contest that you're going into at work, or other chances to prove yourself to your peers, or competing against your peers, some sort of competition like that, or some sort of event where you're going into where you're having to actually kind of fight to win, or be victorious. So now let's get into this beautiful looking deeper card. Now, the message that you are asked, the mantra, I guess, to say is, with this card, is deep within me is a majestic radiance. And if you can see that card and you look into it, it's just so beautiful. There's all these jewels that are in the bottom of this crystal blue water hidden in the mountains. And if you look at the meaning of the card, it says these things are not always as they seem. Look deeper into the situations and relationships in your life. Something that seems closed may in fact be just ready to open. If you go beneath the surface, you may find hidden gems of truth, light, or abundance. The universe wants you to know this is a time to engage and reflect. It might be worth taking a second look at something you previously passed over. Imagine a mystical mountain lake where you can see the reflection of the sky and trees, but when you look beneath the surface, you can see sparkling gems in the crystal clear depths. These treasures are meant for you. By exploring hidden crevices in your soul, you will begin to uncover even more profound levels of the vast majesty within yourself. And that's a lovely message. It's like really talking about going within and looking, at your soul and what you're capable of, and what gems you have within you, because you are just so strong and powerful, Scorpio. You can achieve anything. Now, there's some questions. This deck of cards always has questions to ask yourself. So I'm going to read those out because they could be significant for you. So, questions to ask yourself regarding your relationship with yourself and others. Is there an area in which I should look deeper? If I need to go beneath the surface of a situation in my life, how should I proceed? Is there anything that I'm not seeing in my life? So these are questions to kind of reflect on and ask yourself when you're in those quiet times, and I think the messages will come through for you. So I hope you like that reading, Scorpios. If you're into crystal jewelry as well, check out my website at kazana.com.au. There's some beautiful crystal pieces there made in Australia by an Australian designer. So they're all one-off pieces. So if you're interested in that, go check those out as well. Have a wonderful September, Scorpios. Bye.